In this lesson, I'm going to be teaching you how the Instagram algorithm works and how you can also increase your chance of reaching the explore page on Instagram where everyone wants to be. So let's get right into it and start with, how your feed is actually working on Instagram. Just a little FYI, this is going to be a lot of information at once, so please take your time to learn this, write it down if you wish. But by the end of it, you will know how the algorithm works, which is awesome. So you can then start using it to your advantage, work with the algorithm, and increase your growth on Instagram really easily. So firstly, Instagram creates a unique feed for everyone. It doesn't matter if you have two accounts exactly the same, your feed is going to be different no matter what. And the reason because this happens is that Instagram uses machine learning, which is actually tracking your activity on Instagram. So they implemented AI machine learning sort of back in 2017. It wasn't really disclosed when it was done, but it was back in 2017. It could have even been earlier, but most people really started getting the idea around them because they started changing a lot of things on the actual algorithm and platform itself. So yeah, Instagram is actually tracking your activity now, and it tracks a lot of different things, which we will be covering in a second. But the first thing I want to mention, like I just did before, is even if you follow, the same accounts as someone else, or have another account that is exactly the same, you set the same ones up on each phone, the feed just will be different. It's natural, and a lot of people will say, oh, I'm shadow banned, and we will talk about this in the myth section of the fundamentals, by the way. You can check out that lesson. But a lot of people say they're shadow banned, where this is realistically just the Instagram feed showing you different content, because the way it works is that Instagram is always trying to show you stuff it believes you will like. So instead of you showing a picture that you could just go see on your profile, it's going to hide your own posts and then show you other people's stuff. So if you do #dog, you go check it out, and you say, oh, I just uploaded a picture 5 seconds ago of #dog, it's not showing there. You're not shadow banned, it's just not going to show you your own picture. There's no reason to do that, because you can go see it on your own profile. Instead, it's going to show you other content it thinks you'll like. So yeah, what we should do now is we are going to have a look at the factors Instagram considers on how it actually starts creating this feed for you. So the first one is your interest. These are things, posts you've liked in the past. It's what hashtags you follow on Instagram, people you actually follow on Instagram. And, if you've ever looked at any content and said, please show fewer posts like this or see fewer posts like this, it considers all your interests, what you're liking, what you're doing, what you're commenting on, just all that stuff, what you're sending in direct messages. Maybe you found like a funny video, sent it to your friend. It's tracking like a crazy amount of data, which can be a little bit scary. But of course, we are going to use this to our advantage at the end of the day to grow quickly on Instagram. But it's good to be aware, it is tracking all this activity. And then with this being in mind, you also want to consider if people who are actually, showing interest to your account. So people who are liking you, people who, maybe following your branded hashtag, or, people who are commenting on your stuff, all that. Another thing Instagram does is it does track the recency of, posts that have been uploaded. It'll always try and prioritize any new posts on top to keep everything sort of chronological. Over older posts, you will no longer see like a post from a week ago. There was quite a few sort of months where Instagram was just showing posts from like a week ago or even 2 weeks ago at some stage at the top of your feed, which just didn't really make sense. It was also for hashtags and the explore page as well. Now it just always tries to prioritize the newest posts for you. This is the big one, and something you definitely want to keep in mind. Instagram tracks relationships, and it is not the one you have with your pet. It is the one that you have with people on Instagram. So these are going to be sort of actions and things such as, are you commenting on another person's profile a lot? Are you liking another person's images a lot? Are you tagging that person in your images? Are they tagging you in their images? Are you direct messaging each other? Are you following each other? It's basically seeing what is the connection or relationship between these two people. Is it good, which I'm just going to sort of say is like this is good, or, is it bad, where they just don't even know each other exist? So with this being said, if someone, is always commenting on your profile, always liking your images, maybe they've tried to direct message you, maybe they've tagged you in some of their images, basically Instagram's going to say, okay, this relationship is good. Let's make sure for this person that they see more of your content, because clearly, they really like your stuff. So we're always going to prioritize this person on top. So this is how you now want to start thinking for growth on Instagram. You want a lot of people engaging on your content, making sure you have a good relationship, because then Instagram is going to make sure you are always up here in priority to be seen first, which means you get more likes, more comments, and naturally through this, just more growth will appear because you'll rank higher in hashtags. You'll have a greater opportunity to reach the explore feed, and so on. And who doesn't love having loads of likes and comments anyway? And then finally, just something else to keep in mind that Instagram does track is just how long you use the application, how many people you're actually following on the application as well. So how if you're following like 5,000 people, it's then gonna take a bit more time to sort of curate your feed for you, like sort of make it look good, make sure the priority is correct. But if you're only following like 10 people, then it's only got to sort of work with 10 people and it's a lot easier. And then just also, how frequent you open the app. You open it once a day, maybe like twice a day, or maybe only for 5 minutes, all that good stuff. Because let's say, for example, you only open it for 5 minutes. There's 500 posts that have happened in a day. It's going to look at, okay, what is the newest ones? Cool, we're going to prioritize it in chronological order. All right, now let's look at the relationship between each person, and then it may just move, like let's say the 10th post is a really like good relationship that you have. They may just prioritize that one up because they know you only have 5 minutes on the app that you typically spend. So they want to make sure you see your good relationship stuff first. That's why it's important. You get lots of comments and likes from people because you'll always be on top with them. And that is something we will be focusing on the course. So now that you know all this information, we can establish that it is very important to have active engagement on your posts. You want lots of likes, lots of comments. If people can tag you in their images, that's awesome. A good example of this is if you do reposting on your account, so you repost other people's images, you can just say in your bio, hey, upload a picture and tag us in it for a chance to be reposted. Simple as that, and that makes people, repost your stuff and get you tagged in it as well, which is awesome. But yeah, you just want lots of engagement because it's really going to help you be seen more by other people, which can make sure you get more likes and comments from them. Like I said, you want to be tagged in posts. Talked about that one. And something I want to mention, because a lot of people I think have this switched around. They have the wrong mindset going into Instagram growth. A lot of people are like, oh, I just want like 10,000 followers. I just want like 50,000, 100,000, like 250k followers, all that. And I say followers are basically worthless on Instagram. It may sound weird for me to say that, but followers just mean nothing, because you could have like 10,000 followers, but if you're only getting 100 likes, those followers are basically worthless unless they're all just buying your product, which is, hey, that's great, but that's generally not the case in any sort of reality. So it's always better, to have like 100 followers and 100 likes, or 100 followers and 1,000 likes per image, because likes and engaged comments show that there's more social proof for your actual profile. People are commenting, they're liking your stuff. So don't, get so caught up on how many followers do I have. Be more worried about, how many likes am I getting, how many comments am I getting, because that's the stuff that's really going to help your account grow. And yeah, while followers can seem like a really nice number because it's generally the biggest one, focus on the likes and comments, and naturally you will be getting a lot of followers just because of this reason anyway. And then just to sort of close up on this is, what we're going to be doing on this course is really just focusing on increasing your engagement first and then followers second. But like I said, these two basically leverage each other. It'll just be like that winding between. Some days you'll have like, oh, we've gained more like engagement, and the next day you've gained more like comments. And I know this is a weird way to describe it, but we will be focusing on getting you way more engagement because it's just more important, and you just want to trust me on this. It will work out better in the end for you. But don't worry, you're going to be getting lots of followers per day anyway. All right, let's close off this with the Explore page. I'm going to explain how it works and how you can basically increase your chance to reach here. There is no crazy trick to this. There is no simple strategy where I could say do A, B, C, D and you will reach it. But we will be later in the course covering different tactics that can definitely boost and increase your chances of making it here. So the explore page, this is basically just posts that the Instagram community are signaling as good content. Signaling just means lots of likes, lots of comments in a very short amount of time. So 3 things: lots of likes, lots of comments in a short period of time. I generally would say 45 minutes is a short period of time for the explore page. If you get a lot of engagement, just sort of skyrocketing, say you upload here, imagine it's a graph, you upload right here, you want it to sort of like just go whoosh, straight away, lots of engagement off the bat. And viral posts are what work the best here to reach the explore page. These are going to be things such as, you know, like cute animals, pranks, funny videos, sporting events, like cool car mechanics. As you can see, there's this like helicopter above me that's sort of transforming. Celebrities generally make it here as well. And then you'll also just have some random posts that sort of somehow make their way in. But viral posts do typically work the best for this. So if you're reposting, you want to sort of work on getting more of that viral content out there and reposting it and trying to get it up to the explore feed. And then another thing to keep in mind as well, to get a greater chance of it appearing on the explore page, is if large accounts actually like your posts, it can really help boost your actual content. So by large accounts, I mean accounts with lots of followers. They have a good amount of followers, so like 20k, 50k, 75k, 100k, just plus all the way up. Like if you can get accounts with like 1 million plus followers on it to like your post, that's really good, because it signals to Instagram, hey, this account with lots of followers and it has lots of likes and engagement itself is liking this post. It must be really good, because, you know, this account is trusted by a lot of people, so therefore if they like something, it should be good. It's basically like a herd mentality, which I don't like the idea of, but that's how it works. It's like, you know, you have the leader of the pack that a lot of people follow, then Instagram says, well, you know, if they're the leader and they've liked something, therefore it should be good. So yeah, that's what the method behind this is. Actually power likes. You can actually purchase accounts, you can purchase power likes, where it's these accounts that'll do it for you. They'll like and sometimes comment on your post, and we'll discuss that later in the course, but it can definitely help, because, you know, it just is signaling once again to Instagram that it is good content. And then just finally, to close off on the explore page, video works the best for this. People just love to watch video, especially in 2018, and this will just continue through 2019, 2020, etc. onwards, because it's just becoming more and more popular. It's a lot easier for people to make video, especially with like smartphones and iPhones, all that stuff nowadays. Everyone has access to it. We're getting better internet. People can stream video all the time. They just released Instagram TV a while ago. So yeah, this video is really important, and you'll see I've just highlighted above me like these red squares. So you can see that most of the stuff on the explore page is video. So if you can get your hands on video, especially if it's a viral video, it's going to help your chances a lot more. And then we'll discuss later how you can use power likes to really boost your chance to get here. And then just to finish, you may be saying, you know, what's the point of getting to the explore page? I realize we haven't touched upon that. And the reason you want to get to the explore page is that it's seen by everyone on Instagram. It's basically the home page of Instagram. So if you get there, you're going to gain a ton more likes, ton more comments, so more engagement, which, hey, I said was good for that relationship. And it's also just going to drive you a lot more followers to your profile. It's just a huge boost in followers, which is really good. So yeah, you've learned all about the algorithm and the explore page. Just to quickly recap in a very short amount of time, the algorithm makes a custom feed for everyone. You want to make sure everyone is liking and commenting on your stuff to build a good relationship, so you are seen by that person, sees your content more, which means more likes, more comments, giving you a good engagement rate. Then the explore page is just viral posts, and to get there you want big accounts to like your stuff, get a lot of engagement quickly within 45 minutes of posting. Videos work the best, and yeah, that's it. Hopefully it covers everything. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. But yeah, you've learned quite a bit in this lesson, so we can now use this with our growth strategies in the next sections of the course, which will really help you leverage how many followers and also your engagement that you grow.